3 knots heading 435, runway 5 left, cleared for takeoff.
That's on Charlie, you're past ground point. That's pretty.
That's okay, yes it is.
I mean, I just crossed. What was that? Was that shop? Yeah. My hotel's over there. It was the cheapest one. Every other hotel is like over $200. Why? My hotel I like so much is sold out. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Oh, really? I've not tried that one yet. Okay. What do we have? A dead cat. Oh. And I want to get a gimbal. So, oh, you do? Yeah, that's right.
If you can make it work where you can zoom in with it and stuff.
Yeah. That's what I need.
There's only 23 Bravo south, ground parking maintain 3,000, flight heading 360, runway right, so take off. If you got parked out, just gonna pick up 10 feet of poles there and that little holding area at the end of the run up and then on the right.
No problem.
Four Bravo Mike Tower, 50 to run up to the number 1, you ready?
I probably won't be back.
4 Bravo Mike, turn up from 110 from the top right, let's take off.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Do it that way.
Easter stuff.
Do our intros.
All right, everybody, good afternoon, good evening. As you guys can see, that is not Air France pushing back. Happy Wednesday, by the way, everybody. But as you can tell, that is not Air France. That is our American 777 about to depart. Now, you might be asking yourself, where is Air France? Air France is not here yet. Air France is still 10 minutes away. They're going to be coming downwind here shortly. So they might be coming downwind right here in front of us, in fact, because it looks like they've come from the northwest. So Air France a little later on in the show, about 10 minutes away. We are on the 05s today, so bear with me with the sun in my eyes as well as in the lens. Got Miss Ramona hanging out with us again today. She stopped over and got her some Chick-fil-A. Look, they pulled that crane down already. So it looks like they were replacing some windows or cleaning some windows on the tower when I got here. They've since pulled that down. So I don't know exactly what the deal is with that. You should be fine to set that there. Yeah. Got an exec jet departing just behind us. So again, good evening everybody. Happy Wednesday evening. Thank you guys for tuning in and leaving your likes. She didn't bring dinner for all of us. She did bring me a Snickers though.
Yeah.
I'm still working on the Biscoffs too. Although I did have a big lunch. I had Chipotle today.
Oh, that's cool.
It's right next door to the dealership, so I'm like, all right, yeah, I'll eat Chipotle.
Yeah, that works for me.
I'm doing all right, Josh. Our 777 already on the move there with those Trents. Hopefully today we have good sounding departures. This will be the first time we've done the 05s with our new setup, so Brianna, I did not get you any Chipotle. I was fat and ate all of it. I ate every last bite. It was actually outstanding. And it wasn't that expensive either. It was about $10 or whatever. So again, you're seeing our American 777 leaving from its normal gate, where it would normally depart from. Air France now about 7 minutes out. Not quite to the downwind of the airport just yet. As soon as it does get to the downwind, we're going to try and get that shot. Got a couple regionals over here hanging out. Got a United and a Delta. A couple of them hanging out. Give me 1 second. I got to make a quick adjustment.
Maintain 3,000, go ahead and 360, runway 5 left, take go back. That's 123, runway 5 right, good lane.
All right. Jackie, good evening. Luca, what's up? Becky Davis. Greg is in the house. Lynn's in the house. Josh, RWB. Again, welcome in, you guys. Happy Wednesday. So again, you'll have to bear with me. I do have the sun right in my face, unfortunately. There's our American 777 headed it back to London Heathrow. Got some family members in Paris today. They were sending us photos. Josh, I don't know if we had any go-arounds yesterday or not. I didn't come out here, and I was really, really busy, so I wasn't watching Flight Radar at all yesterday, unfortunately. We didn't have any on Sunday either, and it was a really windy day on Sunday. All right, I'm gonna mute. You guys enjoy the 777. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Got a couple American Eagle. We got an American Eagle, a Delta, and now the United sitting out there waiting for departure. Where is our other 777? Again, that one headed it back to London Heathrow. Where is... There's Air France. I don't know if I can get Air France on camera or not. Hard enough for me to find it. There she is. There's our other 777-200 making its way in again. This one about 2 hours late today.
Heavy on a heading at 035.
Brigadier Klaus, good evening to you. Blickfang, Sven. Welcome in, everybody. There's Daniel. We're going to follow this one all the way in. As long as the camera will stay focused on it. Looks like we got an American Eagle getting a move on down here, but again, we're going to stick with our triple. We also have Iceland tonight as well from Reykjavik. So we'll have 3 of our internationals tonight, with the American going back to London. So Daniel, they switched aircraft from what I understand. A friend of mine told me that they switched due to the fact that the 777 can hold more passengers. So they wanted more passengers along this route. Granted, the A350 was a better first class and business class product. But the 777 can carry more. Nice touchdown for that 777. Now I have absolutely no idea when it's going to leave. I'm assuming around 8 p.m. They're going to make that turn out there. So Lufthansa is usually on Thursday and Saturday. I think possibly Tuesday as well. We don't catch too much of Lufthansa. Unfortunately, that's one flight I'd like to catch more of, but it is pretty hard to catch Lufthansa because it is so early for us during the week, and then we don't do Saturday shows unless it's absolutely necessary. I do have a Saturday show coming up for you guys the weekend of Easter. I should be doing a Saturday show because I got the family things to do, so we'll have some Lufthansa action here not next Saturday, in a couple of weeks, the 19th. Oh, Alan Lee, thank you so much. Give me 1 second, I'll get that message up on the screen for you as I try my best to track this American Eagle. It's hard to do with the sun in my eyeballs. I don't know if we'll get another good shot of what you call it again. Hey, there's Nelia. Nelia popping in. What's up? Good evening. There it is. Alan Lee with that €5 or £5 super chat. Thank you, Alan Lee, as always. So I don't know how much of Air France will catch turning into the gate today. Probably not too much, given the angle that we're at. We've got a couple Americans about to get a move on. Is that two 737s? I do believe it is. We've got an American Eagle pushed back over here on this side. Trying to see if we can give you guys a little something. It's not going to be enough, is it? Getting a good engine shot, maybe. There she is, our late Air France today. About 2 hours late. We've got an American 737-800 on the move. I'm going to keep us busy here for a moment. This one's coming from Miami. Or Dallas. Can't remember if it's Miami or Dallas for American 1888. Nice smoky touchdown for that 737-800. So let's see. Let's swing back around here to flight radar here. Got it up on. So American 1888 is headed to DFW.
It landed from.
Or that's the one that came in. The one that just left is headed. That's American 1441. That one's headed to Philadelphia on that 737-8. Next arrival is going to be it's going to be Delta 1097. That one's coming in from Atlanta, Georgia. That's going to be our 757 coming in from Atlanta. Giving you guys flight info out of here is going to be a little more difficult, being that we are on the 05s tonight, because they never, for whatever reason, flight radar does not pick them up down here. Nobody. You got all these planes waiting down here, and nobody's on flight radar. Yeah, well, if New Mexico 1's landing, unfortunately, we'll miss it because it'll be on the backside. Hopefully, it'll be on this side, but I think that's not until 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken, right? New Mexico 1. It'll be on the backside, so I don't think we're going to see it, unfortunately. Of the regionals over here, American Eagles, a couple of them changing positions. We've got a Delta on the move, headed to the end of the runway. That American there is headed to, so we did have that United flight depart a moment ago, but that is American Airlines 2343. That one headed out to Los Angeles, headed out to LAX. Next arrival is going to be Delta 1906, I think I said. 1907. One regional CRJ still hanging out right there.
1097.
1097. I knew it was something.
FedEx, 7 or 8 minutes.
Nice. So we do have another heavy arrival here in about 8 minutes, a FedEx 767 coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. Pip Hastings, what's up? Sorry, I saw you were in here, but doing my thing. Good thing you're well, you're not off work yet. You don't get off for another few hours. So thank you for checking in. There's our 757 from Atlanta.
Raleigh Tower, 93 protocol,
the way, we should have one extraordinary sunset tonight. Not too many clouds in the sky. So hopefully you guys will be ready for the sunset. Smoky 757 touchdown there. Again, that one from Atlanta. Let's see if we can get a good shot of it turning out here. Did you get one? Ooh, right as it touched down. Almost got the smoke in there. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I got the smoky.
See, those are my favorite kind of shots right there. Especially when you can slow the shutter speed down. I got a couple from Charlotte. The last time we went to Charlotte, where I slowed the shutter speed down, it looked really good. It's really hard to shoot with a slow shutter speed though. There we go, our 757 turning off the runway down there. The lighting is epic for that. Their turn-offs. Got a Delta A320 about to get a move on along with a 737 here. I'm going to stick with our 757 for now. There goes our departure. Give you guys a couple of seconds of what's left of our 757 from Atlanta. Got our next arrival. Next arrival is going to be American 600 coming in from Chicago O'Hare on another 737-8. Thank you, Brian Lloyd. We're up to 72 likes. Thank you guys for smashing the like button. Gonna try to get to 150 tonight before we end the show. We're gonna try, like every Wednesday, to end with the MD-11. Fingers crossed we get the MD-11. The MD-11 continues to elude us. So again, that one coming in from Philadelphia. We got our 767 on final.
950.
All right, where'd you go? It's way over here. There it is. There's our FedEx from Memphis, Tennessee. That one, another big one. Let's see if we can stay on it and get wheels down here. Good evening. Carlton, good evening as well. for stopping in, Carlton. Greatly appreciate that. I know it's late for you guys there in Europe tonight. Greatly appreciate you guys coming over and checking us out, watching a little bit of show as you guys get ready for bed. So this is FedEx 785 coming in from Memphis, Tennessee. Got an American Eagle E-175 getting a move on just below us here. Mattman, good evening. Our last arrival just came from your neck of the woods. The 767 touching down late. So FedEx will run full length. As their terminal is all the way at the end of the runway here. Nobody behind them, so no pressure, no hurry. They are going to come off early, though. Didn't expect that. Maybe they're going to try and get some departures out, maybe. Good shot of that 767, though, turning right into the light. Robbie, good evening, or good afternoon, I should say. Still afternoon for you there in Northern California. Southwest with the early rotation. I don't know that I can get it. Southwest rotating early and getting out of here. See if Southwest would keep that up. We'd be able to catch their departures. So we got a little guy trying to depart here. Where'd he go? There he is. He shouldn't need too much runway. One for the flight school. Yeah, good evening. Alright, so let's see if we can figure out where Southwest was headed there. So Southwest 2392 headed to Baltimore, Maryland on that 737-800. Got another Southwest departing now. I don't know that we'll be able to get that one. That one did not take off the same way as that other one. No wind today, really. It's actually really calm. The wind did change direction, however, putting us on the 05s, putting our face right in the sun. But there is a plus side to that. We should have a wonderful sunset later on in the show. It's been a while since we've done our sunset segment, so we haven't been in the correct spot. So tonight, we are in the correct spot for those of you who enjoy the sunset segment. American thinking about it here. There they go. Good evening. Oops, somebody gifted. Colin gifting one Carolina Aviation membership. Thank you, Colin. Whoops, as we missed it. As you guys. There we go. This is American. It's American 1701, I believe. And that CRJ's been sitting there since we started the show. So about 30 minutes they've been waiting. So that was American Airlines 1701 headed to Miami. The Southwest we couldn't see depart. Southwest 2301. That one's headed to Dallas Love Field. Looks like our next arrival's gonna be a United Express operated by Mesa Airlines. Ash 6014 coming in from Washington Dulles. That one, an E175 LR, followed by a Delta in just a few minutes. $87 likes. Thank you, Brian Lloyd, for that update. Make sure if you guys haven't smashed the like button, please do so. Again, 150 for today. Hopefully that won't be too hard. Anything after 150 is a bonus. How much you want to bet this one right here is going back to Charlotte? Anybody want to wager a guess on that? Well, that's Delta from LA. No, Greg, I forgot to send it to her. I'll have to send it to her again, but she was in talks with that same person as well about the same thing. So no worries on my end just yet about that. Molly's got this chat dialed in perfectly. Molly's got the button ready. No hesitations. That sounds so weird. Those birds chirping sound like they're over my head, but they're somewhere around the microphone somewhere, down below the mic. I'm sure you guys hear them. Oh, it is sitting on the ledge right there, isn't it? Yeah. No wonder I can hear him so well. Good grief. So if you guys like the calming sounds of the birds, you got one. He's hanging out right next to the mic. Thank you, Molly. I don't foresee us having any issues, to be honest, but if we do. Dana with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Dana. Greatly appreciate that. Thank you guys for the wonderful support and for just hanging out. Hanging out supports the channel a lot. Hey, the Vinyl Revolution, what's up? What are you doing? So Mesa, that United Express has decided to come in over on Terminal 1 side for some reason. But we do have Delta from LA on final, making that turn. Delta 689 coming in from Los Angeles will be our next arrival over here, hopefully. Hopefully they're not following Mesa's lead. Here goes our A321. I have a feeling, again, this one's headed to Charlotte. I know, you never know. We might have our owl friend come back.
Right, clear land air show 6014.
RWB gifting 5 Carolina Aviation memberships. Thank you, RWB. Greatly appreciate that. It's American 1894, so I believe that is headed to Charlotte. So Mesa Airlines touching down 5 right, just behind us. Again, next arrival is going to be that Delta 689 from LA. This one here, again, this one's been sitting here about 30 minutes since we started the show. So we started just a little bit before 6. So this one's sitting here hanging out. The Vinyl Revolution with a $10 super chat. Thank you so much. Great support from you guys. You guys are amazing. All right, here we go. Delta 689.
Western Charlie, ground point 9er, empty winter show.
Dang, a little light today, aren't we, Molly? On the arrivals and the departures. May 17th. So if you guys are in the area, make sure. And if you guys are on the Facebook spotting group, please go on there and join that. I need to look at my schedule, make sure that's not a weekend that I work. That's usually what causes me to miss all of the group events, is the fact that I have to work that Saturday. So if you guys are in the area, if you guys are local and you're not on the Facebook spotting group, please go over there and do that. So again, hopefully I'll be here, but I've got to look at the calendar to make sure I can be here on that day. Please get sick. We'll see. You know, it doesn't, unfortunately for us on Saturday, it doesn't work that way. It takes a lot for us to get our Saturday off. We only work one Saturday a month, and it's like pulling teeth to get it off. You've got to switch with somebody, or, you know, ask somebody to work for you. So if you're sick on that Saturday, you've got to be there. Otherwise you get hammered pretty hard when you come back to work. Unless it's, you know, a dire emergency, but it's really, really frowned upon, unfortunately, missing Saturdays. Yeah, so I typically work one Saturday a month. So some months I end up working two, but that's usually pretty rare. I think twice a year I have to work 2 Saturdays a month. Shoot, I even have to work the Saturday the week of my birthday, unfortunately, in August. Got another Delta on the move, another 737. So I need to put in the time for that one ASAP. But if you, again, even if I take the time off and put it in and they approve it, I still have to find somebody to work for me. It's not a fun situation Saturdays. I have a feeling this one's going back to Atlanta. Really wish they were on the 2-3s. I would like to have known what they were doing over there at the tower. I'm assuming they were replacing windows on the tower again. So Delta 2028, nope, that one was headed to Salt Lake City on that 737-900. So Molly, I talked about that Easter weekend. We're gonna switch days. So I'll be out here Saturday instead of on Sunday. Got to do the Easter thing with the family, so we'll be switching it up to that Saturday. I do have a 3-day weekend coming up in July. So we have 4th of July off, which is on a Friday this year. And that is not my weekend to work. I did have somebody who was like, hey, you want to work Saturday, the July 5th? And I was like, no. I was like, I got kids, dude. I'm going to spend as much time at home as I can. Or at least away from there. You know, come up here, bring them, you know, they can do the show with me that weekend, whatever they want to do. But I'm about 9 days from that, Greg. I don't know what we'll do for my birthday. That's on a Thursday, I think. It's either a Wednesday or a Thursday. If it's on a Wednesday, I'll probably be out here. Alright, so let's see. Who's going to be our next arrival? Quite a few coming in from the north. Looks like we're going to have Republic Airways 4497 coming in from LaGuardia in about 10 minutes. Anybody from the south? Today's a lot slower than we anticipated. So, yeah, those will be on the downwind behind us, unfortunately. So we won't be following those two arrivals. Are they both coming from LaGuardia? They are. Endeavor Air 5109 on a CRJ 900 coming from LaGuardia, and then our Republic Airways coming from LaGuardia as well. I still don't know what the deal is with this one here, just hanging out. We don't even have anybody in the alleyway back here. We need some Frontier action. But we do have the E-175s over there, but they're not doing a whole lot of anything over there. What are they doing over here at this one? This one's open. Look at all the cargo doors open. Hey, there goes Spirit back to Fort Lauderdale. I didn't think we'd see Spirit. Lighting on that side is so good. So let's see. What are they doing over here to this one? They got the cargo doors open and they just left it like that. Ooh, maybe they had a spill or something in there. So, again, if you guys are just joining us, we do still have the Air France 777. That one going to leave later on tonight. It arrived 2 hours late. Sounds like we got a Southwest getting to move on. There they go. So Air France will depart, I'm going to say probably around the 8 o'clock hour.
035 heading 5 right, still
Winglet logo, yeah. I do though. I wonder why they have that open. Letting it air out, maybe. It's not normal. You see them sitting over on the overnight, sitting wide open like that. These poor passengers on this CRJ though. I feel bad for these folks right here. I was wrong about Spirit. Spirit's headed to Miami. Miami, Fort Lauderdale, same thing. Close enough. Right? Yeah, there are people on board. They're waiting to depart. Let's see, we've been on the air an hour and they've been there the whole time. So I feel really, really bad for these folks on board this CRJ. Just sitting here waiting. Let's check and see where Republic is now. Republic's turning on final. That Southwest that departed a moment ago, that one's headed to St. Louis. That's Southwest 1788. We've got American Eagle, operated by PSA, coming in from Washington, D.C. That one coming in via Ronald Reagan in just a few minutes. That one a CRJ 701. And then, of course, those two coming in from LaGuardia. They're going to come in back to back. One CRJ, one E175. So that means we should have an E175 pushback here shortly, maybe. Maybe they have another gate for it. There's already 3 down there. Got an exec jet departure. Oh, there it is, our CRJ moving. So we've got a United as well making their way out here. There's our CRJ. I'm sure those passengers are thrilled, to be honest. I don't think I'd want to be sitting on that plane for over an hour. comes our E-175.
Copy that, 5 left. Bring up 45.
One of two coming in from LaGuardia. One American Eagle. The other is the Delta connection. Nice smooth touchdown there for the American Eagle. Judd, good evening. Another little exec jet departing like a rocket. Looks like United's gonna make a run for it here while the Delta connection makes their way in.
Departure 520, Central. Good.
There's our PSA coming in from Ronald Reagan. Nice touchdown for PSA. Next arrival is going to be that one from LaGuardia, the Delta connection. United is headed to, I don't know, because they're going to give me an ad here.
Come on. SFO.
That United is headed to SFO. That is on a MAX 8. So that MAX 8 making that long haul. Next arrival is going to be that Endeavor. Coming in from LaGuardia, that's CRJ. Good shot of the Mantis here. You guys will see it when it makes the turn. I swear it looks like a Mantis. Just my opinion. Speaking of, got one even closer. Right here, that American Eagle PSA coming from DC. That one a CRJ 701. Got Iceland from Reykjavik, now just 7 minutes away. It's going to be on the blue minty fresh livery.
035, let's go to pick up 5 right,
Hey, Vincent, what's up, buddy? We're going to get another good shot of that CRJ in a minute. That our Delta CRJ should make its way around here to the alleyway. So hopefully we'll get a really good close-up shot of
Raleigh Tower 621 in flight.
the 900.
Tower 621 in flight.
We've got Delta
about 4 miles
on the move.
south of Echo. I'm bound for 32 on the guard ramp.
621 in flight, Raleigh 3022.
Looks like an A320 or A319. Getting ready to get a move on for Delta. This one probably Delta 2699 headed back to Minneapolis. If I had to wager a guess. I heard a Max start. So I think Pip and I have decided that the startup of the Max is going to be called the Mad Max because they sound so angry. And that would be this United right here starting up. We should have that CRJ around the corner. Let's see where Delta's headed. I do believe that was Delta 2699 headed to Minneapolis, if I had to guess. And it is Delta 2699 to Minneapolis. That A319-100 there.
30 land, runway 32.
There's our CRJ. Oh, am I back too far? I believe I am back a little too far. So that'll be a little distorted there. $101 likes. Thank you, Greg, for that update. See, it looks like a Mantis with the way the landing gear doors open. Now for the marshalling shot. He's hiding behind the pole. Sorry, Will. No real marshalling action for you, Will. I apologize. ERB. Good evening. Hope you're doing well. I hope he stops. So let's see, who's going to be our next arrival? We did have a Southwest just depart a moment ago. We've got an American Airlines 1799 coming in from Charlotte. That one is going to be another A321 arriving now in just a couple of minutes. That one is going to be followed up by ICE 821 coming in from Reykjavik. 6 hours and 9 minutes for the 737 MAX 9 tonight. So not too bad.
Yeah, visual 511.
There they are over there, getting ready to turn downwind for us. So we'll stick with the CRJ here for just a minute while we wait on our next arrival to get a little bit closer. See you, Sven. Have a good evening. I think these two birds have something to say. So these are the two birds you guys are hearing.
Airline 511, American 1799.
I don't know if I can zoom in on him anymore or not. There we go. Pretty bird hanging out with us. Making all kinds of noise tonight. Alright, here's American from Charlotte. Again, that's American 1799, this A321. Now if we could just have the owl perch up right there and start making noise later, that would be fantastic. I wish I could have got a really good shot of the owl that night, but we were a lot closer to the owl. Nice touchdown for American from Charlotte. Another good one. Again, low winds tonight, so no real fuss from anybody touching down tonight. If it were windy, I'd probably be freezing. I did take my jacket off when I got here, though. The sun was enough to keep me warm. So Iceland from Reykjavik. Next arrival. Again, this one coming in on that MAX 9, about 6 hours and 10 minutes of flight time. I think so, the vinyl. Another friend of mine said that they're staying over, you know, the radio towers over there on Fuel Road, or whatever that road's called. A friend of mine said they're hanging out in that radio tower over there. Yeah, I would love to have that owl come back up close. So we got Ramona up here getting some good shots. Again, make sure if you guys haven't followed Ramona Aviation, follow her on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram if you guys have all of those. She's headed to Charlotte tomorrow morning to hang out with another friend of ours, Mark Morrow. He's going to do a Charlotte show tomorrow. Iceland always lands with the prettiest lighting, I swear. I hear an A220.
5322 left base 5 right. 5322 Raleigh Tower.
There it is. It is a Delta A220. We'll swing back to that one in just a minute as it rounds the corner for the gate. I have a feeling this A220 is going to turn and burn its way out of here. So this is an A220-100 headed back to Boston. As I watch Iceland, I'm hoping that Iceland comes around to the corner gate. You can see the tail there. Hopefully they don't end up on a terminal or a gate on that side of the terminal. Was there a puff from that engine on this A220? Did he hit a small bird? Kind of looked like it, didn't it? Now I've lost Iceland. So hopefully Iceland will come around here and park on the gate, but I don't see anybody waiting for it. So I have a feeling that it probably went to that gate on the other side of the terminal there. Yeah, so it looks like we might have had that A220 hit a bird there on the way out. That's not the first time I've seen that. Oh, it was from the brakes. Okay. I did see a 767 hit a bird one time when I was hanging out here. That was before we started doing the live shows, though. That was at Delta headed to Paris at the time. Next arrival is going to be Republic Airways 4596, coming in from Music City, Tennessee, Nashville, on an E175. That was on an American Eagle E175. 1 hour and 7 minutes of flight time for that one. So it does appear that Iceland did go to the other gate. We got United on the move. We've got a CRJ headed down the hill. I have a feeling that one's been sitting in the penalty box over there. United on the way. Yeah, I just saw the puff. I had no idea where it came from. It's hard to see on a 5-inch screen. If you guys are watching on the big screen, you guys see it a lot better than I do. So thank you for letting me know. As that American Eagle touches down from Nashville. And let's see where United's headed. That is United of 1502. That one's headed to Newark, New Jersey. That is another MAX 9. So I was looking at some of our analytics the other day. Did you know that 47% of you guys that watch the show are not subscribers? I didn't realize it until I started looking at the analytics the other day. So make sure, if you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. Trying to get to 5,000 now. Less than 200 away. I might have to put my jacket back on. Thank you, Brian Lloyd. 98 likes for today. I think Poncho will cure all, won't it? I gotta put my jacket back on. So we've got United at 2192 coming in from Newark, New Jersey. This one, another 737 MAX 9. Let's see. 1 hour and 9 minutes of flight time for that MAX. Jackie, good evening. It's Santa Claus. What's up? So our max on final. Sun's getting closer to giving you guys our sunset segment. Should be good. There's not a cloud in the sky tonight. Barbara. You went back today, that's right. Good that you made it back to Wyoming. Stinks that it's cold. It's actually kind of cold here today. According to the computer, it says it's 57 degrees, but I think it's a little bit chillier than that right now. Struggling? Struggling? Yeah, there's no service. Who do you have anyway? Is that Verizon? You got more service than I have. Next arrival, I'm not sure if this is an exec jet. This is a CRJ. There it is. Looks like a Delta Connection CRJ. Check something here on the front of the camera. There we go. Good evening, Jill. ERB. So let's see, where is this CRJ coming from? It's already off flight radar, unfortunately. So it looks like our first FedEx ATR from New Bern is on its way. Mountain Air Cargo 7503. Bad news is it's going to come in behind us. So unfortunately, for those of you waiting for the FedEx ATR, you're going to miss this one. We might get it as it goes down the hill. But unfortunately, going to the other side comes our United around the corner. We've got an American 737 getting a move on. Let's go for our United to the gate. No, Vincent, I apologize. The ATR is going to be on the other side. Don't blame me, blame the wind. So American, that 737 departing. If it'll pop up on flight radar. There it is. American 1888 headed to DFW. Thank you, Molly. 122 likes. Make sure if you guys haven't smashed that like button, please do so. We are getting close to our sunset segment here that many of you guys enjoy. We have not had a sunset segment in quite a while. So we're about to have one E-175 pushed back over here from American Eagle. Another one to take its place. So let's zoom out a little bit here on flight radar. See what we got coming next. Oh, we do have a Frontier coming in just a little bit. Buck, the pronghorn livery. This one coming in from Philadelphia. That is Frontier 4843. An A321neo. So that means we probably won't have that in the alleyway. Ooh, we've got a JetBlue A220-300 in 30 minutes. We've got other stuff closer, but I don't even think that's 30 minutes away. So the FedEx ATR, hopefully we'll have that one come down the hill so you guys can at least have a little bit of your ATR fix this evening. There's that other CRJ. Did you get it to upload? Oh, from your Google phone?
That Google phone.
That's crazy. So we may have to switch over to Google. Dang, you got full bars too? What? Full bars of 5G? What? But sometimes that doesn't matter though. Sometimes it's all about the upload speeds. Maybe we might have to switch to whatever you're on. Maybe we'll get a more reliable show. But I hate to disappoint you guys, but I don't think that ATR is going to come down the hill. Unfortunately. I think it went on around. And it's going to, I don't know though. I don't see it on flight radar. And I don't hear it. So we'll see if we have it here in just a little bit. Rocking the sweatshirt. Just a little more time, you guys. A little bit more time. We'll have that sunset. Hey, you know what we can do? Since that CRJ came in? We can be nosy. While we wait for the ATR and these E175s to make up their mind. Nice. Yeah, I think the ATR went the other way. See, that's why we watch this, so we can see when they drop the bags. Air Canada seems to do it quite often.
Hey guys, what's up?
Sorry,
I'm
Captain
here.
Carolina. I know Captain Carolina handles some of their bags. We've seen it several times, them drop a bag or two from Air Canada. It's fun to watch what kind of baggage is coming off. I've seen totes, I've seen skis, I've seen all kinds of things come off of these planes. Molly, you got told on, looks like. See, like right there you go. There's some golf clubs. A garbage bag wrapped in duct tape. Dude, that would be so funny. Like transporting a mannequin or something, wrap it up like a dead body. That would be perfect.
Yeah, Matt, man, it's not Will. No. It's not Will. He's not here right now. It's Ward.
So as you guys hear, Will has joined us this evening. You're back in school, aren't you? Thought so. Your spring break was last week.
I can still stay out late though because the 8th graders are in DC right now and I didn't go.
Oh, you didn't go. You should have.
I get to stay today, tomorrow, and Friday.
That was so... Oh yeah, that's right. You guys did go get the Biscoffs, didn't you, Molly? So Molly, you're enjoying the Biscoffs. I know I'm still enjoying mine at home as well.
She ate all mine.
Your mom did?
I only have 3 left and I ate 1.
Well, see, I'm lucky. Brianna doesn't enjoy them, so I get to eat them all myself. And I still have plenty of them left. So change into the guards here, one E175 for another. So Molly, does that mean you're coming to hang out next weekend? Or is it this weekend or next? This weekend. What is today? Today's the 9th, yeah. So this coming weekend. Raleigh, are you eating Biscoffs before dinner? A2A refueling. What? Where is that? Dang, I can't see it. I don't know that my camera would pick that up. We've got a couple above us, as we do have our sunset as well. So there you go. Our first sunset show in quite a while. So enjoy the sunset. There you go. I got you up on screen, Melissa. We all see. Will throwing you under the bus. All right, last couple of seconds there of the sunset. And another day ended. Still don't see. I got a couple above us, but none refueling. Miss Ramona's taking pictures of the ones above us. So there we go. We'll remove our lens as we get into preparation for some nighttime plane spotting here. Chris Miner, Milner, good evening. Alright, so our next arrival is going to be Frontier 4843, Buck the Pronghorn livery coming from Philadelphia. 55 minutes of flight time so far for that A321 Neo. That Neo is around behind us. And the lights are on. Anybody have any idea when Air France is supposed to push? So I would think it's going to be around the 8 o'clock hour, if not shortly thereafter, due to the fact of them being 2 hours late this afternoon.
8:15.
So 8:15. So we're about 30 minutes away from that Air France 777 departure. American Eagle on the move. Thank you guys for the updates on the light count. ERB's only 1 hour ahead of us now. What are you normally ahead of us? 2 hours? And we've got an American 737 over here, ready for departure as well. So, that E-175 is Envoy Air. That one's headed to Washington, D.C. via Ronald Reagan. Oh, okay, so yeah, normally 2 hours. Did we lose ATC? I believe we did. It's the only problem with using the ATC Live app. It tends to stop working every now and then. Reed, good evening.
This should be American 1891 737-800 headed back to Miami, Florida. I believe it's that one. I'll check. Oh. Yep. Departing about 7 minutes late, but in reality that's not that bad.
Oh yeah. Dang. So make sure you guys go over and check Ramona out on Instagram. She's posting all kinds of videos and pictures from tonight. So you can find her at Ramona Aviation on Instagram, as well as on YouTube. She's posting quite a bit here. All right, so let me get ATC back up and going here. There's a C-17 directly above us. And it's a little bit behind me, so it's really, really hard. Don't know if I'll be able to get it or not. But there's two of them.
The other one is a KC-135.
So the C-17 and a KC-135 flying high above us.
Two awesome aircraft above us. One is a KC-135R Stratotanker, call sign ND83, and then the other is a C-17A Glowmaster 3, call sign David 43. Dang, the C-17 departed Charleston 9 hours ago. It's just been doing some weird flight paths.
I'm gonna try to get it.
Next up for arrivals, like Brian said, Frontier 4843, an Airbus A321neo and X, coming in from Philadelphia. Departed 1 hour and 1 minute ago, and this is Buck the Pronghorn livery. Distance is about, let's say, 504 kilometers total, and it's arriving about 37 minutes late, I believe. So, late arrival. We also just had a little one departing, which is United Express 6248 and Embraer E175 LR, headed back to IAD Washington. Departing 4 minutes late, not that bad. And it's gonna cover about 360 kilometers total. This one's operated by Mesa Airlines. Small little exec jet on final, which is Embraer Phenom 300E. Coming in for landing on the other side, so we can't see that. Right. Let's check arrivals. "11 minutes away, we have a FedEx feeder 7508 coming in from Wilmington, and the closer one is JetBlue 1185 and A220 300 coming in from JFK 7 minutes out. Nobody's waiting to take off, so just a matter of time for action.
Alright, so we got a couple American Eagles making their way out. We got one, a PSA. That one's going to head it back to DC via Ronald Reagan. We've got Frontier and that A321neo. pronghorn here. There you go, give you guys a little bit of a shot there. No, I posted it from Linka. Yeah, I posted Linka's message up on the screen. Sorry, I didn't read it. But I did post it up there. I read it, but just not allowed. So thank you, Linka. Greatly appreciate your membership and you being here. I know late for you over there in Europe.
The one closest to arriving is that JetBlue, and then there's one more out in the distance. I'm gonna try to find that.
So JetBlue 1185 coming in from JFK. 1 hour of flight time for the A220-300. Arriving here in just 1 minute. We also have that FedEx feeder, that's Mountain Air Cargo 7501 coming in from Ramona Aviation Town, ILM, Wilmington. So hopefully we'll get that one over here, but I'm gonna doubt it. Since we didn't get the first Mountain Air Cargo FedEx feeder on this side earlier, I don't think we're gonna get this one over here as well. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like it. Looks like he is going ahead and making that turn. Those are going to be followed by American Airlines. A couple of Americans coming in from Dallas and another one coming in from Miami. As we have that American Eagle on the move. Waiting on this CRJ to push back as well. You can see they're standing out there ready and waiting to get that one pushed back. Next arrival though is a JetBlue in that A220. So we should have this A220 in the alleyway. There we go. There's that CRJ push right there. Again, we'll see JetBlue from JFK again in just a minute.
5 left, Yankee. 5 left, clear to land. Thank you, American.
So this next arrival is American Airlines. American 979 coming in from Dallas Fort Worth on a 737-8.
Probably can't see it, but that's a 757 up there. That's not any ordinary 757.
Oh, that's cool. That's weird. United States Department of Justice. Huh. So we got a little time before our next arrival, but that is a 737-8 coming up from Miami, Florida. 6 minutes. You guys are about to hear that CRJ firing engines.
Got Dallas, then Miami.
No, yeah, that one's coming from Dallas, not Miami. My bad. American Airlines 2105 is the one coming in from Miami. That one arriving in 6 minutes. Our Dallas Fort Worth is our next arrival. Here in just a moment. Come on, JetBlue. Oh, JetBlue is going to disappoint us. No alleyway for the A220 tonight, unfortunately. There's American. So there's our 737-8. Wind pilot, thank you for 150 likes. All right, I'm going to mute my mic for a minute because of the CRJ. Congratulations to those who received a membership. We're less than 10 minutes away now from the departure of Air France, Nat 777-200. John Southwell, good evening. So as American comes off, it looks like we have Delta lining up here in another 737. I think this one might be our one headed back to LA. All right, RWB. So it looks like we're going to have another CRJ in the penalty box. Hopefully not for... Oh, nope, that's not our CRJ. Well, there is a CRJ over there. Got a couple of American Eagles waiting for departure slots here. Hopefully they don't wait an hour like that CRJ we had at the beginning of the show. So again, our next arrival is coming from Miami. That's going to be followed by another American from Philadelphia. They're killing this Philadelphia flight lately. It's been a lot of them. Well, looks like our little American Eagle is going to attempt to go behind that CRJ. So the Delta that just departed, that is our Delta 462 that is headed back to Los Angeles.
He's following me.
Good. Nice. Thank you guys for going over and following Miss Ramona over on Instagram. Ramona letting me know that some of you guys have gone over onto Instagram there and followed her. So these two here are going to wait for our arrival. All right, let's give you that flight number one more time for Miami. This is American Airlines 2105 coming in from Miami. 1 hour and 33 minutes of flight time for this 737-800. That's weird. Oh, it is going to that gate too, isn't it? Yeah, it's back that way. Took me forever to figure that out too. Dr. John, welcome to the show. Another nice touchdown for our 737. Let's go back over here to our CRJ that's about to depart. Thank you for subscribing, Dr. John. So Greg with a $7.47 super chat. Thank you, Greg. Thank you guys for the contributions. I have no idea how much it helps the show. CRJ is on the move. I'm assuming this one's headed back to New York. 777 departure sounds amazing from here tonight. Got somebody coming straight at us.
Turn right heading 140 and maintain 2000.
Bravo Tango, right heading 140.
Looks like a small aircraft. All right, let's give you guys some information on that Delta connection CRJ. That was Endeavor 5219 headed to JFK. So maybe this Embraer right here is headed to a JFK as well. Next arrival is American Airlines 2985 coming in from Philadelphia. This one, a 737 800 again.
I feel like I'm hearing things. I feel like I'm hearing things there.
It's a shooting range back there. Yeah. Thank you, Santa Claus, for the kind words. Glad you guys are enjoying the relaxation of the show tonight. Ooh, that looked a bit hard. Definitely did not look like a smooth touchdown by any stretch of the imagination, did it? Maybe we should have stayed zoomed in a little bit for that one. But again, that one coming in from Miami. Air France should be pushing any time now. What time is it? 8:15. So its scheduled departure time is 8:15. They've already pulled away all of the cargo equipment. I saw it head back across the taxiway there into the corner where they store it. Man, this American going long. He's going to go way down there tonight. Guess he couldn't get slowed down enough. Thank you, Brian Lloyd. 154 likes. We've made our goal for the night. Let's keep it going. If you haven't smashed the like button, please do so. I still want to know why they got the cargo door. Well, they closed one of the cargo doors on this 737 at the bottom of your screen, but they haven't closed that front one yet. And we've got that American Eagle on the move. We'll pick that up on the backside here as we watch our 737 back taxi here.
We have a departure currently, and my guess is this is gonna be American 4497 and E195 LR headed up to New York LaGuardia. That's my guess.
Making that not hard left bank, but left bank onto 035.
And what do you know, I'm right.
All right,
So
Air,
yeah,
Air
again,
France, everybody's
American
waiting.
Eagle 4497. E175 LR headed to LaGuardia.
All right, Air France, everybody's waiting on you. And fingers crossed we have our MD-11 departure in an hour. That will be our last plane of the show. We also have Iceland to go back to Reykjavik here in just a little while as well. So still lots to cover tonight. About an hour or so left in the show. The new Korean Air livery. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like they copied KLM quite a bit too, because it looks just like KLM, and so I'm like, I don't really like it. I need to see it in person, but from what I've seen of the pictures and stuff, I'm not a huge fan of the new Korean livery. What? Oh. Come on, Air France. We do have a CRJ backing up just below us. We've got an A321 headed back to Charlotte. We've got that PSA CRJ sitting over at the end of the runway. That one going to head back to Washington, D.C. via Ronald Reagan. So we're going to have quite a few departures here shortly. See a Frontier coming in a little bit. No, it's not Ward. That one's coming in up from Orlando. So we're gonna be a little quiet here on arrivals for a little bit. But we are gonna have these departures. Here shortly, again, that CRJ getting towed out. Let's see. They got more windows open and lights on this one than the other one. So let's be nosy, shall we? Let's peek in and see what we can see, if anything. Can see a couple people in there.
Spooky plane.
Come on, Air France. You're 5 minutes late. Dave, good evening. What do you think, Ramona? You think we're going to have the MD-11 departure?
Yeah.
I saw it earlier.
It's right here, 9:15.
Hey, you know it went down to the wire last week.
Okay.
Yeah, it didn't depart. No. It held on too. It didn't even depart after I cleaned up either. But it held on for a long time, saying it was going to leave at 9:15, and it didn't. It never left. Didn't leave until like 11, I think. guys. There it is.
Hooray!
Air France pushing back 2 hours late. Again, Air France did arrive 2 hours late this afternoon. Did not arrive until after 6 o'clock. American 174 Heavy headed back to London before this one landed, as a matter of fact. Got an American Airlines 737 on the runway. Departing, that's what you guys are hearing now. I feel like that one was a turn and burn.
Certainly, runway 32, another 1905 set up.
I don't know that we can read the city name tonight. I don't know if you guys can see it or not. I definitely cannot see the name on the side of our Air France. So again, this one's going to head back to Charles de Gaulle there in Paris. So that Delta CRJ you guys just heard departing there, that one's headed back to LaGuardia. That was the one we watched push back a moment ago. So again, in about 30 minutes, I believe we're going to have Iceland back to Reykjavik. And then, of course, we're going to attempt to have our MD-11 departure at about 9:15. And it looks like we've gained 12 new friends tonight, so thank you guys for smashing that like button and subscribing. Greatly appreciate that. And again, the night is nowhere near done. We've got about 45 minutes to an hour left in tonight's show. So thank you guys for joining us for our Wednesday night show.
Raleigh Tower, citation, Santa Fe 752 Charlie Clear is visual 5 right.
Okay, that's 752 Charlie Clear, Raleigh Tower, runway 5 right, and one.
Twin line 5 right, Charlie Clear.
Good for section 980, Fox 71, Fox 5 right, Charlie, down 190. We'll have that 777 around here on the other side in just a minute. Got somebody landing over on the other side there. So the alleyway here is empty once again. Looks like our PSA CRJ 701 is on the move. Air France is flying now. Air France is in one heck of a hurry now.
This pilot.
Yeah. You can see how fast Air France is moving.
I don't think that's safe.
She's the Southwest pilot.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because they're late. Alright, so I'm going to mute. I'm going to turn up the mic. So hopefully you guys can enjoy this departure.
Safe travels back to Paris for Air France. Mike Schultz, good evening. Yin, good evening as well. Beth, good evening. So welcome in, you guys. Our next arrival is going to be... So that bought us enough time here for our next arrivals. Looks like we got a whole bunch of them out there in the distance. So it looks like we're going to get busy again right before we end the show. There's three of them lined up out there. Our next one's going to be Delta 2992 coming in from Miami, Florida. 1 hour and 33 minutes of flight time for the A319, the baby bus. It says arriving in 0 minutes, but I'd say it's got about a minute left in its travels. That one's going to be followed by Delta 1518 coming in from Atlanta. That one's a 737-9 GP. I think this one here might have some other work colleagues on board. And then we have Frontier 1786 coming in from Mickey Mouse Town. That one arriving in just 5 minutes. So a whole string coming in. Two Deltas and that one Frontier there in the background. Southwest California 1 arriving in just 22 minutes. That one arriving at 9 o'clock. Unfortunately, we're not on the right side for that, and it is dark. So unfortunately, we won't see California 1 tonight. It really stinks. You guys know how much I love the one liveries from Southwest. Gotta get your sleeves rolled up. Thank you, Brian Lloyd. 167 likes. Thank you, guys. Sounds like we got other Mountain Air cargoes landing over there. Those for UPS landing over on 3-2.
That looks like a Southwest.
So I do think, if it's like last week, I think there are a couple of my coworkers on board this next flight here. Delta 1518. Rachel E., good evening. Yeah, I couldn't find them. I couldn't see them, so they must not have been. Although, to be fair, I do have the back of my car right up against me, so if they were behind me, I couldn't see them anyway. But really, really cool. I would have liked to have seen that up close.
C-17. I saw 2 planes. A stranded tanker was fueling it in the air. And I got a picture. I guess they were
So that's Delta 1518 from Atlanta touching down in that 737 at 700. We do have Frontier getting ready to push back. Buck the pronghorn ready to go. Gonna get out of the way of our next arrival, I believe. Hopefully this one's an A320. It is. So this is an A320 Neo. That is the Frontier 1786. The Ermine livery. I can't pronounce the name on there. But if you guys are following along, you'll see it. Ursula? Is it Ursula? I don't know. Ursels. I don't know how to pronounce that. So this Frontier ready to push. One coming in. There they go, pushing that one. That A321 Neo.
Is there people in there? Oh, there is.
Got eerily quiet around here.
Is that a breeze?
No, that's Frontier
Oh,
from Orlando.
it's that little. Oh.
Nice.
Right base.
So we'll have that one back here in the alleyway here in just a minute. Looks like we had a southwest on the downwind. We won't see that one touch down though, unfortunately. That one is southwest 4261 coming in from Phoenix, Arizona. Dang, we don't have any more arrivals over here for a long time. So we're gonna ride it out and see if we can get our MD-11 departure. And of course we do have plenty of planes departing out. We do still have Iceland to Reykjavik should be pushing back around 9 p.m. So here in just 15 minutes, we are 30 minutes away from our MD-11 departure. So hopefully we'll have that tonight. We didn't have it last week. So fingers crossed. And we got Buck the Pronghorn headed back out. I believe Buck here came from Philadelphia, so I believe it'll go back to Philly. We still have that JetBlue A220 to go back to JFK as well. So we could have a lot happen here in the last 30-40 minutes of the show. We'll see. Frontier should go to gate D14. Although there's nobody over there at D14, it may be going to D20 where that one just pushed back. So can any of you pronounce that name? I definitely can't. I definitely cannot pronounce that. Eccles? Essels? I don't know. I have to hear somebody say the correct pronunciation. As Buck the Pronghorn here gets a move on. And you hear Southwest setting one down over there behind us. And we do have Iceland pushing back. That one getting ready to head back to Reykjavik on that Max. That Max 9. Again, I do believe this Frontier is headed back to Philadelphia. That is where Buck the Pronghorn came from. I believe that's where he'll head back to.
I'll fly off to the map with you, so
Dang, Iceland's going fast.
Dang, Iceland's really in a hurry. I always feel like we should play the Jaws theme song every time we are down here. That's the way all you can see is just the tail across the top there. Hey, that PSA finally moving. That one headed back to DC. They're in Ronald Reagan. Or headed to Ronald Reagan in DC. There's that beautiful Max 9. No, that's a Delta CRJ. So there was a Delta CRJ sitting over there. Oh yeah, PSA left a while ago, didn't it? So let's see, where is Frontier headed? Frontier was headed to Philadelphia. That's Frontier 4844. Headed to Philadelphia. We're gonna let the CRJ go. California 1 is gonna be our next arrival. Unfortunately, we won't see California 1's arrival, sadly. That's it right there. And again, fingers crossed, we get that MD-11 departure. It's still showing on flight radar, scheduled 9:15 departure. So here we go. Our Max back to Iceland.
Max 9.
good right there. Yeah. That's actually perfect, because then I can pick them up behind you. All right. Iceland to Reykjavik.
Have a great evening. 25.6.
All right, we'll pick Iceland back up in just a second. There you go. Safe travels back to Reykjavik. Now we just await the MD-11. This one right here, I believe, is Southwest California 1. So this will be all I can do for you guys to see California 1 tonight. Give you guys that downwind shot. Johnny V, absolutely. Iceland is definitely one of my favorites to shoot at night. I've shot Iceland several times over the past 4 years up here. Not only doing the show, but I've gotten some really great pictures of that plane departing late at night. So it looks like our next arrival is going to be American Airlines 1474 coming in from Washington, D.C. That one coming in 10 minutes. That's going to be our last arrival, I think, over here on this side. I think the last little bit's going to be waiting for that MD-11. I'm sure Molly won't bring us any bad news tonight. She jinxed us last week.
Don't say it, Molly.
Molly jinxing the show last week. We didn't have our MD. So tonight, hopefully. Yeah, we don't have any bells on this side, Brian. I don't know why, but there's no bells on this side in the alleyway, unfortunately. It's only over there on the other side where American Eagles park. We do still have that JetBlue A220 300 due out for departure here shortly. Look at this. Off in the distance, off to the northwest. There's actually 4 of them there, but that one is too close. That one that's too close is our next arrival. That's American. But those are way off in the distance over there.
Hey Molly, I remembered the hat today, and I also got the hoodie. And then me and Brian both have shorts on.
It was your fault. I told you were gonna jinx it, and what happened? You jinxed it.
Tower Southwest 102s with you, turning final for visual 5, right.
Alright, so here's all I can do for you for California 1. We're gonna try. Obviously you can't see it, but There she is, California 1. That's all I got for you guys. No need to apologize. Just don't jinx us again. So again, that's all I can give you of California 1. We're about to lose it here behind some of these cars. 177 likes. Thank you, Brian Lloyd, for that update. We still have that United Max 9 over there as well. I don't know that that one's going to go out. That one's been here for quite some time. We do have beacons on for somebody on the front side of the terminal there. So whether or not we have a departure here in the next few minutes or not, I have no idea. And California touching down. Hey, happy birthday, Skating Banana. Thank you for the membership milestone. Another one of our wonderful members here. So thank you, Skating Banana, for that continued membership. And happy birthday. And all is quiet. I really don't like it when the airport gets this quiet. What are we gonna fight until our next arrival or departure? Is that what you're doing? There's nothing to look at. Not for a little bit. Oh, what are you trying to do? So Will's moving the camera around. Are you trying to, you're way too close. You know you can't be seen that close. Are you trying to be on camera? What are you doing? You gotta speak, kid. So Will's gonna go over here and put himself on camera. Maybe. Kind of. Yeah, you're still too close. But he does have the hoodie on, so he's wearing some basketball shorts. He's got the hoodie on. He's got the hat with him. So he's all decked out in Carolina Aviation gear this evening.
Hi, guys.
Dang, that was a big jump. Now we jumped up to 189. Thank you, Brian. YouTube is weird like that for sure. You gotta refresh in order to make the likes refresh. That's why I never know how many likes we have unless you guys update me, because I can't even see the like count. Oops. Oh, you're good. I know he's not wearing the beaver pants tonight. Just the basketball shorts.
You're wearing shorts too.
She wasn't commenting about that. She was wanting to know where your beaver pants are. You know how Molly loves the beaver. You know, we got Ward, we got your pants. Molly, have you bought a pair of those beaver pajamas? All right, we've got one on final.
American Airlines 1474 coming in from Washington, D.C. This one an A319. This one coming in via Ronald Reagan. Thank you, Molly, for the membership milestone. Molly's been with us a really long time. 14, 15 months. I'd have to open the chat to know. You got a beaver on your Band-Aid there? So Will giving you guys the thumbs up. Molly's on 16 months, okay. Dang, Molly's been with us a long time. I think Molly's been a moderator for 14 of those months. 14 or 15 of those months. Probably Amazon. Where'd you get your pants from?
Amazon.
Yeah, see, Amazon.
Just search up beaver pajama pants.
I mean, you know. Now you just need a Buc-ee's hoodie to get the Bucky Beaver on there. You'll be in style. Speaking of Buc-ee's, I'm supposed to be getting that one in Mebane. Oh, Greg's asking if you got your homework done. You got your homework done?
Yeah.
Okay. I would hope so, since you're out here. So again, our A319 from DC. Oh, so Molly's been a member for 16 months, so she's been with the channel for longer than that. We are going, what? We're a little over a year and a half into doing shows. I'm working on year number 2 here. Dang, no Buc-ee's in Iowa. So we have one coming to Mebane, which is about 50 miles away. That coming soon. I don't know. I don't know any of the numbers on that. When that one is supposed to be open. I don't even know if they've started building it yet. I haven't been out to Mebane in quite some time. I'm ready for it to open because, you know, everybody talks about how cool it is and this, that, and the other. How it's like Walmart and Cracker Barrel had a baby. So I'm down with that. So there's our American. That's true. Nelia's been on the air for 2 years as well. She started right before I did. I think she actually started at the same time I did. Technically, that might have been 4th of July weekend I started doing shows, but I only did one show. I almost gave up. I was like, ugh, this is really, I don't know how well this is going to work. We didn't have any equipment. I mean, we had what we needed, of course, but we were laggy. It was awful. I deleted that stream. There were only 2 people watching. It was just a test show anyway. And, well, here we are a year and a half later doing shows. And to think I almost gave up. Pip and I actually started talking because of the live streams. I think he messaged me
or something at one point. Hey, we're gonna get another arrival over here. Who is this on the arrival? Is this one of the Southwest? If it is, why couldn't it have been? Nope, it's a Delta that snuck in there. Looks like a Delta CRJ. Delta connection, Endeavor 5103 coming in from JFK on a CRJ 900. And I see a beacon. See it? I hear an MD-11. I do believe we have our MD-11. Yeah, I saw that, Matt, man. I'm excited to see Denny Hamlin winning some races. A couple of back-to-backs here. Bristol's this weekend, I believe. I really haven't been watching too many races since I've been out here bringing you guys shows. So here is that Delta. You know, though, Matt, man, I really wish they would go back to Saturday nights. Do some more night racing, in my opinion. I enjoy night racing a lot better than I do the day races. I went to one day race and vowed I would never do it again. Hey, Stephanie. Good evening. Again, that's CRJ from DC, or JFK. All right, here we go. The final star of the show tonight. I can already hear that tri-jet, our MD-11. That's what I thought. I thought Bristol was this weekend. But I really do wish they would go back to doing more night races. It makes it easier for me to watch them, you know. Plus, like I said, I went to one day race and I vowed I would never do it again. I just didn't like it. I did look into going to the Rockingham race coming up in a couple of weeks, but they won't. I think the starting price was like $92 for a truck and $92 for the Xfinity race, and I was like, I don't know that $90 is worth an Xfinity race. You can go to a cup race for cheaper than that. I've been to several cup races for under $60. So maybe next year I'll make that short drive down to Rockingham for that race. Yeah, we used to, when I was a kid growing up, I lived like a mile from a dirt track. So we would go to the dirt track every Saturday night. That dirt track is now a golf course, unfortunately. And I saw that if you guys are familiar with the area, Wake County Speedway had their opening event last weekend, last Friday night. Yeah, I would like to go see the North Wilkesboro race too. My thing is I feel like North Wilkesboro should be a points-paying race, not the All-Star race. I would love to see another points-paying race at Wilkesboro. I am glad that they moved the All-Star race away from Charlotte Motor Speedway, but at the same time, I do feel like Wilkesboro should be a points-paying race. You've seen it take off from here before, right? Yeah, okay. I know, I'm excited we get the MD-11. I am glad to see that Rockingham is back on the schedule as well. But I'd like to see the Cup Series go to Rockingham. There's our MD-11. All right, I'm going to mute. You guys enjoy the MD-11. And of course, we've got a CRJ coming back here in the alleyway. Sorry guys, I was trying to crank it up for you guys, but I don't think you guys want to blow your speakers on that little CRJ. Dang it. It always happens like this. There's either an Embraer or a CRJ that just messes up my turn it up moments lately. Robert, there ain't much left of Fontana, is there? We got part of the front stretch and that's it. And of course, nobody's out here. Come on, receive the CRJ. We can't do it. I'll turn it up tonight. Alright, I am going to mute my mic though. Well, again, I apologize for this one right here. Dang you, Delta. Your little loud CRJ. Messing up my turn it up moments. If it's not Delta, it's American Airlines. Messing up our turn it ups. So, let's take one last look at flight radar, see what we got coming in, leaving. Absolutely nothing. So that is gonna do it. That's gonna be the end of tonight's show, you guys. We do not have any other arrivals tonight. So thank you guys for your contributions tonight. Thank you guys for joining us and spending your Wednesday evening hanging out with us. I greatly appreciate you guys so much. You guys do a lot for the channel just by being here, so thank you guys for hanging out, giving us the watch time hours. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to be back on Sunday this week, and then the following week, I didn't read Molly's message whether or not she's going to be here this weekend or not. Hopefully I'll know something later this week if Molly's going to hang out with us. Miss Ramona's going down to hang out with Mark in Charlotte tomorrow, so Mark will be on at 3 o'clock tomorrow down in Charlotte. Nelia will be on first thing in the morning, I think probably 9:30 if you guys want to go check out Madeira Woman Spotter early in the morning. I like to start my day with her, transfer over to Mark or Pip, whoever comes on at first. So thank you guys again for the contributions. Thank you guys for just hanging out with us on a regular old Wednesday evening.
we will see you guys again on Sunday. Thank you guys. Good night. Enjoy the rest of your week.